2 more weeks, just 2 more weeks of summer, and let me tell you, Mother Nature has turned up the heat.
She sure has, so we want to take a few moments to cool you off. This should do the trick. Yeah, before you know it, the cold and the snow and the ice will make its return to Delmarva. Are you ready? Here's another question for you. Is your home ready?
Well, now is the time to take steps to get your home ready for the cold. It would only keep you warmer, but it can save you a ton of money. Here are a few things you'll want to take care of. According to finance expert Jim Wang, insulating your water pipes is essential. Now, there are different materials you can use to do this, including warming wraps. Just make sure those pipes are bundled up to prevent freezing. It's also a good idea to reverse the rotation on your ceiling fan. Jim says during the winter, you want your fan spinning so the warm air is blowing down.
You should also check your chimney. Experts at WebMD say you want to make sure it's clean and that no animals are living in it. If you want to block cold air and keep your floors warmer, Planet Green suggests placing straw bales around the foundation of your home. Now, another way to block cold air is to seal any air leaks in your windows and doors. You can use insulation or even spray foam.
Also, store your lawnmower for the season and drain its fuel. Experts say if it's exposed to winter weather, it may lead to pricey repairs to the motor come next spring. Now, there's something else that could cost you big bucks if you don't winterize it properly: your boat.
17 million people own one, many of them here on Delmarva. In today's Angie's List report, we learn the steps you need to take to get that prized possession ready for the off-season. Boats can be a ton of fun, but if you own one, you know they're also a ton of work, especially when you put it away for the winter. If you don't properly prep for cold weather, you'll get hot under the collar when you see the repair bills next spring.
The main thing to be careful about is that you get all the water out of it properly. You know, don't leave any water trapped in there, and make sure you get all your fluids full, because if you do something wrong, it becomes an expensive lesson.
Rodney recommends first adding a quality stabilizer to the fuel system and letting it work up to the carburetor or fuel injectors, then pulling the engine's drain plug to get the water out. He says it's essential to physically pick out the debris or water will stay trapped, freeze, and crack the engine block.
That's how a lot of people get caught. They don't get that. They get some water out of it, think, okay, it's drained, we're good, and they didn't get enough out and it freezes and breaks.
A rebuilt or brand new engine costs thousands of dollars, which is why many people turn this task over to a pro.
Don't leave your boat winterization to a handyman or an auto mechanic. This should really be left to someone who specializes in boats. So a reputable marina that deals in the type of boat you have, a boat technician, and a typical boat winterization should cost between $300 and $400.
That job should also include an oil change, gear lube, and cooling system flush, followed by running a non-toxic antifreeze through the system to treat any remaining water hiding inside. Also, Angie's List says don't ignore the boat's battery.
When you pull your boat out of the water for the winter, be sure you charge your battery, because if you don't, it could get drained over the winter and you'll be replacing it come spring.
Once it's winterized, your boat needs to be stored. A climate-controlled space is best, but if you're leaving it outside, Angie recommends a custom-fit cover and shrink wrap for maximum protection.
Well, now that we're prepared for the winter, how about preparing your taste buds for this? We're making a pan-seared roasted garlic goat cheese polenta. Wow, that's a lot of flavor.
Plus, how the creators of this dish are looking to help Meals on Wheels feed families here on Delmarva, and how you can get in on all the action. But first, we've teamed up with our friends from Sussex County Federal Credit Union to help you make better sense of your money. Here's Chris with this week's tip.
On behalf of Sussex County Federal Credit Union, I'm Chris Phillips with this week's Dollars and Cents tip. If you're a small business owner, you already know that accurately tracking financial data is not only critical for running the day-to-day operations, but it's also essential when seeking funding from commercial lenders like Sussex County Federal Credit Union. Most lenders will ask to see 3 basic financial statements to assess the health of your business. First is the balance sheet, which provides an overall financial snapshot of your small business. It combines the business's liabilities plus the owner's equity, which should be equal to the assets of the business. Second is the profit and loss statement, which some refer to as an income statement. This illustrates the profitability of your business by detailing your revenue versus your expenses during a specific time period. Third is the cash flow statement, which highlights how much money is coming in and going out of the business the result of which is also known as the business's liquidity. By keeping these critical documents organized and up to date, you'll not only be well prepared for tax time, but you'll also be prepared to talk to a local lender like Sussex County Federal Credit Union when you need help expanding your business. Together, we can achieve more.